The Four Soils, a story about why your mindset is everything. This is a story that has been told for generations. While most famously told by Jesus in the Christian Bible, it is really a timeless allegory whose core message aligns perfectly with the yogic concept of sadhana or spiritual practice. It illustrates why a teaching or practice, no matter how beneficial, may be received very differently by different people. It teaches us why the same practice that brings profound transformation to one person can seem ineffective or even irrelevant to another. So let's dive into this powerful story and discover why your mindset is everything. Once upon a time, there was a wise farmer who decided to sow some seeds. He prepared the land, opened his bag of seeds, and started scattering them across the ground. Now, as the seeds were scattered, some landed on a path. The ground here was hard and compacted from many footsteps, so the seeds just lay exposed and vulnerable. And before the farmer even realized it, the birds came and ate them all up. Some seeds landed on rocky ground where there was very little soil. These seeds sprouted quickly, and at first it seemed like nothing could stop their growth. But because there was no depth to the soil, the plant's roots could not grow deep. They were shallow and fragile. Then one day the sun came out, and these young plants, with their shallow roots, withered and died under the heat. The farmer was disappointed, but he continued scattering seeds. Some seeds fell among thorns. The seeds began to grow, but the thorns grew faster and stronger and choked out these young plants. And before they could produce any fruit, they were completely overpowered. Finally, some seeds fell on good, fertile soil. The ground was soft and rich, and these seeds took root and grew into strong plants. They produced a bountiful harvest, some yielding 30, some 60, and some even 100 times what was sown. The farmer was overjoyed with this harvest. He had carefully tended the soil, cleared the rocks and weeds, and made sure the ground was soft and fertile. And now he was reaping the rewards of his preparation. In this beautiful story, the farmer represents the teacher or the practice, and the seeds represent the wisdom of the teachings. The different soils represent the states of mind of the students. When we hear this story, we naturally think of ourselves as the seeds being scattered. We want to believe that we are the ones receiving the valuable teachings, and that our growth and understanding depend on the quality of the soil, the circumstances of our lives. While this is true, it's also crucial to remember that we are the soil. Think about it. Just as the farmer tended to his fields, preparing them to be the best they could be, we too must tend to our inner fields, our minds. We must make sure that our minds are open, receptive, and ready to receive the seeds of wisdom. If our mind is like the path, hardened by habit and distraction, then the teachings, represented by the seeds, will simply bounce off the surface. They will not take root. If we are not paying attention, if our mind is elsewhere, then the teachings cannot penetrate. They remain on the surface and do not sink in. Similarly, if our mind is like the rocky ground, we may initially be excited and enthusiastic about the teachings, but when challenges arise, when the teachings challenge our beliefs or ask for sacrifices, we may falter. Our shallow understanding and lack of inner strength can cause us to wither and die. And if our mind is like the thorny soil, crowded with the anxieties of daily life, the worries about material things, the desires and the distractions of the world, then the teachings cannot grow. They get choked out by the weeds of worldly concerns. But if we can prepare our mind to be like the good soil, soft, rich, and open, if we can clear away the rocks and weeds that block our understanding, then the seeds of wisdom can take root and flourish. We can experience the deep satisfaction and fulfillment that come from understanding and living by these teachings. So the next time you sit down to meditate or practice yoga or study sacred texts, remember you are the soil. Make sure your mind is ready, open, and receptive to receive the seeds of wisdom. Nurture those seeds with your sincere practice and watch them grow into the most fruitful and meaningful life.